Hi everyone, this is Christine with christinestampingspot.blogspot.com, and today I wanted to show you a little bit of the work that you can do with the Sheltering Trees Stamping Up stamp set. This is one of my absolute favorite stamp sets, and today I want to show you how I made this fall card with this stamp set. So let's go ahead and get started. The first step is I'm going to take a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and this is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Okay, and the first step, if you could see here, this is sort of a little scene that I've created, and I start with the sentiment and I kind of work my way up, and I do that so I know I don't run out of room for anything. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my early espresso ink, and I'm going to ink up my sentiment here and just stamp it at the very bottom. And when you're using photopolymer stamps, you just stamp straight down and pick it straight up. Okay, and also when you're using photopolymer stamp sets, you want to have something underneath to give it a little bit of extra cushion. I just have this little mat. This is actually, I've had this for years, back when the colossal was a hot item, but a mouse pad would work, or if you go on the Stampin' Up catalog, they sell the paper piercing mat, and that is perfect for use with your photopolymer stamp sets. Okay, the next element that I'm going to stamp here is the little swoosh that goes under the tree, and I'm going to use pumpkin pie ink for that. So I'm going to stamp up the little swoosh and stamp it right above my sentiment, and again, just straight down and straight up. Okay, next I'm going to actually do my tree. So I'm going to bring back out the early espresso ink. I'm going to ink the tree up really good. And then I'm going to make sure when I stamp it, and this is what's great about photopolymer stamps, you can see right through them, I want to make sure my tree is not up here floating in space. I want it to be grounded in the little swoosh here at the bottom. So I'm going to make a little bit of it go down into the swoosh. Just press down and straight up. There's your tree. Now, there are so many different ways that you could create multicolors to the leaves in your tree. I'm going to show you how I did it this time. I've done it different ways on different cards, but today I'm just going to show you how I did this particular card here. So you're going to take your leaf stamp, and you're going to take your pumpkin pie ink, and you're going to ink up your leaves with the pumpkin pie. Okay, and then you're just going to stamp it just straight down as if this was the only color you were going to use. Straight up. Okay, so there's your orange leaves. Now, normally I would absolutely recommend using your Stampin' Scrub to clean your stamps, but for the video I want to do this really quickly. So I'm just using a baby wipe to quickly get the ink off so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me do this. All right, and next I'm going to bring out my Cherry Cobbler ink, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous red ink in the Regals collection. And since I've cleaned my stamp, I'm going to go ahead and dip it in the Cherry Cobbler ink. Now, I'm going to stamp it, but I'm not going to go straight down this time. I'm going to go slightly to the left. So I'm going to offset it just a bit and a little bit up, like that. And stamp it down, pull it straight up. And look how beautiful that is. Can you see that? That's my phone ringing. Sorry about that. Can you see that there? Now, I could leave this just like this, and it would be absolutely beautiful. But I just want to make my tree a little bit bigger and incorporate a little bit more color. So I'm going to take this stamp here that comes in the set, and it's actually meant for, and here it is on the cover, this is what I'm using, and it's actually meant to coordinate with the little stems here for flowers, like if you were doing a spring or summer, but I'm just going to use it to add some dimension to and color to my tree. So I'm going to bring back out my pumpkin pie ink, and I'm just going to ink it up a little bit, and where the red is focused, I'm just going to add a little bit more orange. And there is no scientific way I'm doing this. I'm just kind of doing it all over just to give a little bit of extra color to my tree. So bear with me here. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do a little bit down here so it can look like piles of leaves. You know, in the fall, you've got to do all of that raking. So, okay, and again, I'm going to pull back up the baby wipe just for the purposes of this video and very quickly get that ink off here. All right, then I'm going to put the pumpkin pie aside and pull back out the Cherry Cobbler. And again, no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this. I'm just stamping willy-nilly here, like this. Here we go. just, again, adding a little bit of width and height to my tree. Again, pulling back out that baby wipe, quickly wiping it, again, just for the purposes of the video. The Stampin' Up! Stampin' Spray and Scrap is much better. And the last color that I'm going to use on this tree is some crushed curry to bring out just a little bit of yellow. That's one thing I absolutely love about fall. It's just all the color. It's just so beautiful. It's just absolutely one of my most favorite times of year. So I'm just stamping this yellow kind of everywhere around the tree here. Make sure I get some down here for my little piles of leaves that have to be raked up. Okay. And I also kind of, the yellow will really stand out over top some of the deeper red colors. So I just kind of stamp the yellow all over just to give it a little bit of extra pop. Okay, so now I just want to quickly go back just a little bit with my orange, my pumpkin pie, just to even it out just a little bit. So I'm just going to quickly go back over this with just a little bit of orange. Just very quickly. And again, there's no rhyme or reason to where I'm stamping. Just trying to get an overall good look here. And then finally, I'm going to go back in one more time with my cherry cobbler, just to kind of add a little bit of red to some of the lighter spots here. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to go ahead, and now the last step for stamping is the rake. So I'm going to take the new basic black stamp pad, which is available in the brand new 2015 holiday catalog, which you can start ordering from on September 1st. I'm going to ink up this cute little rake from the stamp set. Let me move that ink pad aside here. And I'm just going to lean it up against the tree. And again, photopolymer stamps are perfect because you can see right through and you know exactly where you're stamping, which is wonderful. Okay, so this is my tree. Can you see that? All right, now I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive using my snail on the back, and we'll finish up the card here. I'm going to mount the very vanilla piece to a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock, and the pumpkin pie is measured at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it down, and then I want to add a little bit of ribbon. So I've already pre-cut these little strips, and this is the what do you call it? I can't find the word. It's twine, and it's very vanilla and gold twine. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 3 little layers, and I'm going to use what we call the cheater method. So I'm going to get my adhesive, and I'm just going to, I didn't cut it to wrap it all the way around because that's sort of a waste of your resources, your ribbon. So I'm just going to tape it to the back and put a little bit of adhesive. And I'm going to do that 3 times. So I have 3 pieces going across the base of my tree. So let me do that quickly here. Let's see. Here's my second piece. It's hard to do this on camera. Forgive me. This is my first video showcasing a technique. So I need a little bit more practice, I'm sure, but I'm doing my best here. Okay, and this is the 3rd piece. Here we go. So I've got 3 pieces, and then I just want to kind of make them, can you see what I'm doing here? I got to make sure I'm in the camera frame here. I just kind of want to twist them a little bit, so I'm just going to play with it till I get it how I like it. Okay, that one I'm going to twist just a little bit. And then this one I'm going to twist up just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm just going to go on the back here and add more adhesive so they stay down. So all of these little ends here of my ribbon stay down, or my twine rather, stay down. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to finish adding my adhesive to the back. And I'm just going to add a little bit more to the ribbon. Okay, now I'm going to bring over my card base, which I've made out of cherry cobbler, and I already went ahead and folded it and scored it. But it is, when it's folded, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, our standard card size. And I'm just going to tape that down. Okay. Now I'm going to take my last piece of twine, and again I sort of already pre-cut this here, but I'm just going to add a little bow, and I'm just going to tie this really quickly so again you guys aren't seeing me fiddle with it here. So this is hopefully a quick video, but I'm just going to tie it into a bow, and then I'm just going to play with the bow just a little bit just to get it how I'd like it. And then you just take your paper snips and trim your tails off. Okay, and then the last part of this card is, as you can see from the, actually there's two more parts left. I'm going to do this leaf, and then I added some rhinestones for just a little bit of bling to the, just randomly to the tree, the leaf part. So what I did for the leaf, and this is part of, if you saw my first video, I kind of showed you some of the new things that are coming in the 2015 holiday catalog. And I showed you these Into the Woods elements. And these are wooden elements. You've got acorns, and you've got a little, I guess, banner here with leaves. And then you just have these leaves. So I decided to use one of these leaves, but I dipped it in my cherry cobbler ink. So let me find my cherry cobbler ink here, and let me show you how I did that. I just put it face down into the ink, and then I took a wrapper, just, I don't even remember what was in here, but I saved one of these wrappers, and then I just pushed down into the ink, and I used the wrapper so my finger doesn't get all inky. And then just pull the wrapper up, and I throw that away before I set it down and get it on me, or my project more likely. And then I'm just going to use my fingers to pick that up. Okay. And so now you can see your little element has just a little bit of color to it. So I'm not going to put that on right now. I'm going to go ahead and do the rhinestones first so that can be drying. And then these are the rhinestones. Aren't these beautiful? These are in the annual catalog, and they're called Basic Jewel Basic Rhinestones. And they are so pretty. I don't think the camera's going to do them justice. They're just so sparkly. So I just kind of use my paper snips to help me get them off and get them stuck on where I want them. But I'm just going to kind of randomly, just very, very randomly, stick them in the little leaf part of my image, just to give it just a little bit of bling, really just for fun. There's no rhyme or reason for it. Just I use rhinestones whenever I can, quite frankly. They're so pretty. So I'll probably add two more maybe to this image. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing in the camera. It's a lot harder filming videos than I thought it would be, so bear with me here. Okay. All right, maybe just one more here. Down here somewhere. Okay, so that's done. And now the last part is this leaf accent. And I'm going to use the Tombow multi-purpose glue. This is perfect for these accents. And believe me, just a little tiny bit goes a long way. So I'm just going to put just a little bit on here and stick it down right there. And then you just want to stick it, and then you want to leave the card alone for just a few minutes to let that dry. And then that wood accent will not budge. As you can see in my final project here, it is stuck on tight. So that's it for today. Oh, and I guess actually I'll just show you the last step. I usually don't go all out on the inside of my card. I'll just put a piece of Whisper White inside so I can write a message in here. Okay, so again, this is the final product. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and thank you so much for watching. Feel free to stop by my blog, christinestampinspot.blogspot.com. I'll put the link in my video below the video. And if you'd like to request an annual catalog or a 2015 holiday catalog, just click on the Request a Catalog tab on my blog. Shoot me an email, and I would be happy to send that out for you. Thanks again so much for watching. Have a great day.